Boom! It's D&D time. Al looking down and then looking up as if...
I was just like, wait, are we actually going live? I'm literally clipping my toenails. I do not appreciate being sprung on me.
He was surprised that the cameras were on. I love you. I'm so sorry, dear.
I have to go.
Would you like me to go back to the intro screen and then come back?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I have 8 other weird, janky toenails now. I'll take care of them later. Thanks.
Father Patrick said, standing somewhere weird.
Welcome to Indigo Camellia. Welcome, Chili's. Thank you so much for joining us for Dungeons and Dragons Shenanigans here. Welcome to the Unbroken Vale, New Orleans. This is our game that's modern day D&D where magic, myth, and monsters exist within the modern world, but regular folks must not know about it. So yeah, I need to take off those. Thank you. Thank you for that. Reminder.
You're leveling up.
Yep. Yep.
Be right back, summoning Strahd.
Yep, go ahead. Don't even fight me on that one. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. You're welcome to come and hang out there and get cool stuff from said Discord. It'll be pretty great. We also have a merch store. You can get cool stuff from said merch store. It is, it's a lot of fun, and it helps us keep the lights on. So anything that you get there from the merch store, we really appreciate. Upcoming schedule for this week. We have this going on tonight, and then tomorrow night we actually debut our brand new campaign here on the channel. Mother of Cats has a story to tell, and we're happy to allow her a place to do that. She's going to be telling her take on the wild beyond the witchlight. So we are very happy to have her doing that. And you can see me as a player here starting tomorrow night. I'm very excited. I'll be barding it up and singing songs that I make up on the fly. So yeah, it should be a really good time. But that is starting tomorrow night. On Sunday, we have another exciting episode of Strahd Sucks and our irreverent romp through Barovia. You can join us for more shenanigans set within Strahd. Lately, all of the characters had a pretty major upheaval when it came to Strahd, and right now, if for anybody that's familiar with the Curse of Strahd, they are headed towards the windmill. And I can say that to all of you, and none of my players know exactly what that means. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So stay tuned for that on Sundays. And then on next Wednesday, we'll cycle back around to Unbroken Vale. Not only am I doing cool stuff here on the channel, but you can also check out Magnoth. Magnoth, where can people check out the cool stuff that you're doing, bud?
On Thursday nights, I am over on Classy F and Gamers playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign.
You can come and check out Father Patrick, not exactly Father Patrick, but Magnoth's character over close there. Enough. Close enough.
We've been ordered to drink water.
We've been ordered to drink water.
By your player who heard you say something about a windmill.
Red Bull.
Kermit tea meme. .jpg.
Not only are you doing cool stuff, Magnoth, but you can also check out Wolfgaren swinging those sexy sabers. Where can people check out the cool stuff you're doing?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, 7:30 in the morning Mountain Time. I will be at Wolfgaren D&D, up on the platform, slicing blocks and just having a lot of fun. We're on like day 30 of a 90-day Beat Saber weight loss challenge right now. I'm down 18 pounds, you guys. I'm excited about it. We're gonna get skinny. We're gonna be more good looking than we are right now, and come and have some fun with us.
And we've talked about this, the rules of the weight loss challenge. Anytime one of your kids moves out, you can't say I'm down like 100 pounds. Like, you have to. It's got to be okay. I'm just saying. All right. I think
that's like my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Lost 200 pounds of ugly weight after she got divorced. Yeah.
I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming stuff here on the channel. For the latest and greatest, stay tuned to the Discord for what's going on. Heroes. When last we left the crew from the Unbroken Vale, you all had found yourselves onto the rooftop garden bar at the House of the Rising Sun, located in the heart of the city. This particular bar was open to anyone that had pierced the veil, and even creatures of a more monstrous making that were looking for just a safe haven to be able to drink and commune and visit with one another. All of you spent a good amount of time with Medusa, enjoying drinks. Some truths came out and things of that sort. All of you rested for the night and are waking up in the morning to a very dead Father Patrick. An oh so dead, beyond dead, crazy amount of dead Father Patrick, who throughout the course of the night has passed on from this mortal coil. And all of you sort of wake up a little bit begrudgingly from your various parts. Zach, I think you might even be the one to wake them up after you return from your stint within the Underdark, expressing any frustrations found therein to a crew that's just sort of groggily waking up, having little bits of water, and Father Patrick not being able to be roused by the individuals surrounding him.
And I'm like, Noah's in panic mode right now. He's calling his dad. He's like, boop, 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 boop.
Okay, I'm about this. Noah, you call your dad. Dad's the go-to. A different voice, a voice that you don't recognize, picks up your dad's phone. Who is speaking?
Hello? Where's my dad? I need to talk to my dad right now.
Your father.
This is Noah the Ark Soren's son. I play football.
The receiver is covered as there's some whispering and talking on the other end of the phone, and the voice comes back somewhat softer than it was before. Where did you leave your father, Noah?
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but he was on the moon.
There is this sound of somebody slapping their forehead in the background that you can hear all the way from the moon. And then the voice comes back in and says, Noah, we have your father. Do you have an individual by the name of Patrick with you?
Wow, that is an interesting... He's asking if I've got Patrick with me. I don't know what to say. Do I tell him that we have Father Patrick, or what do I tell him right now? He's doing what he can to cover up the receiver. He's not doing a very good job.
So you're not pressing the mute button on your phone.
No, he's
you're
putting
just
his hand over
like, Yeah. Okay, got
he's
it.
He's probably not even hitting the microphone. He's just covering up the phone with his hand.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, he's technically here with us.
Do we tell him that we
But are we supposed to tell him that it's not my dad? I was going to tell my dad that he's dead. But do I tell this guy that he's even here? Or do I still tell him, who's Father Patrick?
The phone is... There's the sense of movement on the other end of the phone. It's just the sound of it moving against fabric or something along that line. And Noah, you hear your father. Noah?
Dad, are you okay, Dad? What's going on, Dad? There's some weird dude answered your phone just now.
I'm fine. I just wanted to let... Go as fast as you can, Noah. Don't. And then the sound of impact. Something hits hard. The phone clatters to the ground. And your father you can just hear your father like moaning in the background as if something hit him hard and he's in recovery mode. The deepened voice that you heard before who picked up the phone answers it again and says, you have 24 hours.
Bring us to the moon,
Mr. Sorensen. And the phone hangs up.
You might have less than that. Ah! Guys, we got 24 hours.
And a dead priest.
What happened,
and
Noah?
Father Patrick's dead.
We have 24 hours and a dead priest. This isn't the worst things have been, but they're definitely in the top 5 of situations.
Noah, call him back. Tell him we've got the chalice and to beam us back. it'll be way faster.
And
Fairly
I
sure
hand my
this is a
phone.
90s
I hand my
movie.
phone to Marty. My
Is
dad
this-
said to run.
Is his number on speed dial?
Yeah, you know what? He hands it over to you, Martin. You hit redial.
Yes.
You hear boo-doo-doo. The number you are trying to call is being blocked by the DM for story purposes. Please hang up and follow the carefully outlined shot that has been advertised
yeah, what
for
was I
2
thinking?
weeks.
What was I thinking?
Wow.
Holy rabbit, picture for kid.
I go with you guys so much on things. Like, I let you
I
do
know
the
you do.
weirdest stuff with your spell. I want to be in Eureka. I just want to be in Eureka,
We're
Mike.
gonna get there.
Every
Let's go.
item you've asked for.
yes. I love Eureka. Is my
Just let
favorite.
me-
It was the
God.
one I was hoping for.
You guys, just let me have this.
Eureka!
Guys, we need to get up to the moon like in 24 hours, man. My dad's in trouble, and I was gonna threaten the guy on the other line, but he hung up on me.
You do
And
have a particular set of skills.
I have a particular set of skills. I think we all do.
Juice.
Can combine those skills. But we're talking about doing this like fighting robot thing? Is that going to get us to the moon in 24 hours, or do we got to find
Heck,
another
that is.
way? What's the whole timetable on the fighting robot?
Less
Or do I
than
need to get
24
hold of
hours.
Mr. Fancy Pants? Oh, you totally roboted on us.
Speaking of fancy robots. Hey, what up, dude?
What happened?
Oh,
Can
I
you
don't
hear
know. Now
Oh,
you're
we
back.
can hear you now. We don't. You're back.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, beep boop boop boopy doop boop boop. Poison for Kronk.
You're speaking binary again, by the way. Can you translate that for us?
Well, I mean,
Poison for
no. It's like asking me to remember what happened last time. No. Short answer. Yeah, they asked us, or they told EXO would have said that they what's his name? Theron?
Thalrin.
Thank you. Would have said that he said that the goal was to be there within the day. That it would be there within one day.
Okay, so we better go get. But what are we gonna do about Father? Zach, can you do anything? You're kind of like.
Yeah, no, I'm dead, but I can't do anything about other people
I'll-
being dead.
Oh,
Is Medusa in the
Is he
room?
Ash, or is he just a body? A desiccated body?
Medusa is not in the room, but Bob is. Your bartender for the night, and he just kind of slumped over on the table as with all of this commotion. He's starting to sort of rub dirt out of his rub the sleep out of his eyes. He goes, "Hey, we tied one on last night, right?"
Father Patrick, you killed him. Do you have a drink back there that you give him?
Oh no, is Medusa around? He kind of looks around. And he's like, "She's not here. She's usually the one that does this. I never get to do this. Hang on, here we go." So Daisy, and he picks up Father Patrick, and you can see him just kind of desiccated, and he's like, "This is gonna look a lot worse than it is. I promise you, it's not. Okay, all right." Yeet! And basically from the rooftop bar, throws the body of Father Patrick off the roof.
I can't help but think that Noah is running to the edge, reaching out, and probably how high is this rooftop?
I mean, you're 4 stories up at least. As the body of Father Patrick is yeeted off the roof like a pair of Mardi Gras beads into a bunch of tourists below. As soon as Father Patrick's corpse hits the ground, the tourists all go and like take a step backwards and like turn and kind of look around for where it came from. But Bob goes, they're not gonna be able to see us because of the spells and laid on the building. They're just gonna think it's raining corpses. It's great. A few minutes go by, and all of you from your vantage point on the roof see this. What appears to be a bolt of lightning shoot down from the sky and land in the center of Father Patrick, to which Father Patrick, you just take a deep breath in and inhale and are very much alive.
Good. Oh, I love that every time.
actually, Noah's going to do a divine sense because he doesn't have much sense as it is.
Sure.
But he knows that it had worked before, and he's looking with divine sense right now to see if.
You're about 4 stories up. What is the range on divine sense?
I think it's 60 feet, which would not have stopped him from doing it. Let me look on it again real quick.
Okay.
Oh, where is that? Features and traits. Divine sense. It's 60 feet. Anything within 60 feet.
Yeah, you're not going to get any pings. You might get some faint celestial energy burning off in the air where the streak of lightning fell down to the ground.
Is there a better way out of here, Bob?
Bob turns around with this evil-looking grin on his face, and he goes, "Yeah, you guys can take the stairs." He heads over and kind of shows you where the elevators are. He's like, "There's been a Mr. Felrin who refused to leave last night, who's still waiting on the first floor, but says he keeps looking at his watch impatiently, saying that he is ready to go."
Does Noah know about Felrin? Does he know what he looks like and everything?
No, he was only referred to in passing. I don't think his short stature nor what he was wearing was ever mentioned to Noah.
Then he's not going to grab him on his way out the door.
Yeah,
and put him under his arm. He's just going to head out the door to check on Father Patrick.
Exo will stop on the way out.
Father Patrick has what appears to be $4.50 in money and a small crowd that's just giving him polite applause for his magic trick on Bourbon Street this early in the morning. There's not a lot of people, but there are some, and so he's
casually posing for pictures.
Yeah, posing for pictures. Exo, yeah, you stop.
Which will probably stop Noah short outside the crowd, just looking and staring at him, now kind of dumbfounded at the moment.
You're like, I've got 2 friends who are super cool. Exo, you stop over at Felrin's table, and he goes, "Oh, perfect! It's so good to see you. Are you ready for this? The Inventors Expo. I do want to kind of get a head start on things before the actual event starts."
Yeah, I think everyone's ready to go.
Great. You can all utilize your gifts accordingly. Cool. Let's all head outside.
Let me make sure everyone's around, and and I'll kind of take a visual inventory, see where everybody is.
Yeah.
Make sure we're all accounted for, and then.
Exo seems somewhat chummy with what appears to be could pass for a shorter looking human, but you all would recognize immediately as someone more in the gnome family of things. As this individual kind of comes out strapped and loaded for bear in terms of the amount of bags and sort of technological components and things like that coming off of him. He's got this pair of goggles that seems to have lenses that immediately could pop out and substitute other ones for. And as you look at his messenger bag, the bag itself is just filled with goggles ending and being able to switch out different ones and switch those in. As he comes out, he leads you all over to a small side chamber, a small alleyway, and he goes, "Okay, this might burn a little bit, but you should be fine. I'm going to teleport us all to Eureka. Is anybody here allergic to shellfish?"
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And he takes out this small box in his hand and he presses the top button on it. You all feel this sort of technological shift as the world kind of starts spinning around very fast beneath you all, as you all tend to stay in one place. It's this very odd sensation. As the spinning stops and the button is pressed again, you find yourselves in the beautiful, idyllic town of Eureka. You're right across the street from Cafe Diem, what appears to be this old-looking like diner and things of that sort. As you look about the space, you see a sheriff's station not too far away from Cafe Diem, and at the center of town is a beautiful-looking sculpture of an individual by the name of Archimedes. Archimedes Archimedes is in this giant bathtub, and the bathtub and the sculpture itself appear to be bronze in nature, as you're all sort of like looking about the space. For any of my Eureka heads out there, that's going to place you post-timeline difference rather than pre-timeline difference and things of that sort. So all of you find yourselves on this beautiful, what looks like Middle America town of Eureka. However, in large font, you see the sign, welcome to the Inventor Championships. Like, you see these beautiful like signs, and as individuals are walking about the space, preparing things, heading towards this giant field on the outskirts of town. Felrin immediately goes into a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump, and leads you over towards his station with his robotic parts. Heroes, welcome to Eureka. We're gonna get a little weird with it this week, okay? You all are doing a Battle of the Bots showdown. I talked to you all a little bit about this. You're going to be working alongside Felrin Marin in hopes that you can get to the moon to save Noah's father. Now, before we left last week, I told you all that you should come up with a unique thing that you add to your bot. Felrin's bot is pretty interesting. He's got it crafted to look like a beetle of sorts. He's got this chitinous, like blue, sort of metallic body to it, and these little spindly legs. But he also has a bunch of tools and workstations that he immediately pulls small versions of out of his pack, and then as soon as they hit ground, they expand. And pretty soon, he's got this whole huge setup taking place as the stadium is being built by the town of Eureka itself. All of that being said, heroes, what are you adding to the invention, to your battle bot, as it were? Let's start with Exo. Exo, what are you adding to the battle bot for today's games?
Okay, so Exo's going to be scrambling for anything that looks like chicken wire, or she will go get some chicken wire. Because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a cage around the bot to stop electromagnetic pulses from interfering with any of the signal relays that might be coming through. And then we're going to add a short range electromagnetic pulse to then send out on the exterior of the Faraday cage a similar pulse to dismantle and disarm any other electro-powered items that may be interfering with the success of our mission.
I love this. I love this plan. I will say this: to prevent to create a Faraday cage around this robot. It's great, but to power such a powerful artifact, especially in a game where like individuals are probably utilizing mostly electronic and synaptic relays and weapons against individuals such as that. I'll say this. You can block, but the minute that you block an electric attack like that, the Faraday cage is charged for an outward release. It cannot block anymore. Does that make sense? Almost as if the powering of it is a electrical blast or synaptic shock, but once that is in use, it's almost like the cage itself is charged and it cannot block another attack until it discharges what it already has on its person.
Okay.
I love this, though. That's very creative thinking. Exo, immediately Felrin takes out a small patch from his jacket and turns into a little bit of chicken wire, and you go to work utilizing some of the tools around the area and hopefully bringing about that Faraday cage. Let's go to Martin next. Martin, what are you adding to your battle bot?
I was thinking about making the nose cone flat and have a flip ability. Like a spatula.
You've actually watched BattleBots and you know how effective a little a little Scoopadoop is. Yeah, Martin, absolutely. Your little beetle bot not only has the Faraday cage, but it also has a little Scoopadoop. Martin, while individuals are sort of going about doing very intricate technological work, you're like, hey, can I borrow that hammer? And you just hear clang, 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 as you're starting to beat the crap out of your own bot for a little bit. Everyone's looking around with worried looks. You're like, how's it going, neighbor? Like, bam, bam. You've got a little scoop-a-doop for your robot.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Father Patrick, what sort of interesting addition were you adding to the BattleBot?
So you said it's like round like a beetle, and it's armored that way, right?
Yeah, it's got a chitinous shell. Many of the electronics and technology involved are being separated by this. You're not sure what it is, if it's blue plastic or blue metal, but it's this odd material sort of keeping all of the components contained. Now it has an even more sort of spiky, almost like Pokemon appearance with this other outer cage surrounding that as well, and a flattened nose that it can use to flip things up.
I want to see if we can put ball bearings under the armor itself, like
Okay.
between the armor and the actual body, so if it gets hit, the armor just spins around it. Not the whole bot, it just spins so that you're not constantly taking damage in the same spots, and hopefully will help deflect things off of it.
Reactive armor.
You're giving it rims.
Oh.
I love it. Like you're giving it the zzz. Yeah, this is very
That's
clever,
cool.
Father
That's
Patrick.
really clever.
I love
Thank you,
it.
thank you. I stole it off the internet last minute because I had no idea what to do.
You could have fooled me, pal. Looks down at DM notes, sexy goblin. I love it. Perfect. Zach, what are you adding, pal?
We're gonna go for almost like a scorpion stinger coming out
Ooh.
from behind, hoping to use that as either a bonus action attack or able to deal sneak attack damage.
Okay. I'll say this. Maybe the stinger is not visible until the attack is made to provide sneak attack damage for one attack. But once it becomes visible that this thing is made, like it's there. Okay. All right. Cool. And last but certainly not least, Noah.
Okay, Noah has the creative mind of a giant, and for while that might entail, and so I don't know if you've ever seen Strong Bad and everything, but Trogdor the Burninator, he's got that one beefy arm. I want a big old beefy arm with a big old hammer that boom, 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 and so that's Noah just thinks that's the most amazing thing ever.
It's a
Okay.
crab with a knife.
It's a crab with a knife. That's what that is. Okay.
But it's got to be a beefy arm.
The robot has one beefy, and it has to be the beefy, like it has to look like a human arm. I think for this to really be Trogdor, little like tattoo on it, and does he have a hammer? Or is it just the fist, like that?
He's probably swinging a big old maul like.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's
Noah
not a
would
huge
have done. Or it could be just the fist.
maul. Let's do the fist because a huge maul on this crab is just gonna be like, like pulling.
A strong arm.
That's my strong arm.
If
It could be.
you-
It could just be the fist. I'm okay with that as long as it's beefy. It's
All right.
got to be beefy.
All right. Okay. The AC for the creature for your battle bot has changed a little bit just because of this new extra layer of chitin on it. So I'm going to say the new AC for it is 17, up from 15. And some of its attacks have changed as well because now we have a beefy arm that is very visible, a hidden bonus scorpion, the Scoop-a-Doop, in case anything should happen, and this armor that I'm going to give it advantage on dex saves, and it cannot be grappled. Because anytime it goes to grab the armor itself and manages to make it through all that, that armor is going to spin on the ball bearings, making it unable to be grappled. Perfect.
Hey Wolf, if you really want to try for something weird and beefy, we could maybe ask Felrin if he has a way to add organic elements to this, and we can make it a real person arm.
I already said that. we're
Veiny. It's very
It's gonna
veiny.
look like a person arm.
yeah, we're
Nope.
using old. I think we have to use old, like animatronic like arm. You know what I mean? Like maybe we steal an arm from
Oh.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, silly me. Here I was thinking we were just going to steal an arm off someone. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Exo goes full Rocket Raccoon. I need that guy's arm. Like, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Heroes, you have by far one of the weirdest looking battle bots on the field. The town of Eureka is very excited and very welcoming of you all here. There's an individual that seems to be walking around handing out drinks and snacks as you see adventures from across the Planarverse that have gathered and have been battling off in little bouts. Felrin is actually representing many of the Inventor Expo individuals and is going up against some of the brightest that Eureka has to offer. The first seems to be a little bit out of his depth. The sheriff of the town, Sheriff Carter, walks forward. Humanoid in nature, he's wearing a sheriff's uniform. The first two buttons unbuttoned to reveal a black shirt under it, and he is talking with his what appears to be his deputy, Joe. Joe is standing next to him, and Sheriff Carter is just holding what appears to be an innocuous-looking black box. There doesn't appear to be any wheels on it. There doesn't appear to be anything along those lines, but just kind of holds up this black box it's about yay big, and places it in the center of the field and just kind of gives a wave to everybody. As he turns, he trips over a rock and kind of catches his balance as he puts the rock down, and as he gets his bearing. And then Felrin, being very confused, almost laughing to himself, goes and puts your creation, the beetle, on the ground. That being said, no one joins the black box on that end. Is anybody joining in on the action past the gameplay sort of area? Is anybody getting right up in the thick of it?
Now, what is the actual size of these bots?
The bots themselves, in terms of the size categories of players and PCs and things of this universe, this is small. Okay, this is it's about as big as a bread box. I want to say in terms of that, it's not that big. The beetle looks to be, if you took like 2 or 3 Roombas and Frankenstein them together, and came up with something like that's about the size that it would be. These aren't huge bots.
Do we see who we're up against, or we cannot see?
Yeah, you do. Sheriff Carter was very, very congenial, and I think even after he puts the bread box down, he goes, "Hey, how's it going, Sheriff Carter?" And comes forward and shakes Felrin's hand. He's like, "I'm just really excited to be here. I think we're gonna have a good match. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't know I was supposed to do this, so my house actually gave me a little bit of help."
The question I have is, can Noah place a shield spell on our bot?
Noah could place like a Shield of Faith spell on
Shield
the
of
bot.
Faith.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it can be cast on constructs and things of that sort, unless there's anything written
I
I
don't think there is.
in the spell itself that says you cannot cast that. Yeah, absolutely. You can cast Shield.
A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and cast that. It's going to make it a little more beefy, at least in terms of AC.
So quick for procedural. Do we have to decide ahead of time, or can we jump in if something goes wrong? How do you want to do it?
The procedural, here's the high risk, high reward factor of it. When a BattleBot match starts, you either start that match on the field with the bots, or you start behind the line of scrimmage, essentially. This white line that kind of goes around, that you see this, almost this like this electronic field, shimmering field sort of snap into place, where ranged attacks could get through and things of that sort. Ranged spells could get through. But no touch spells and nothing like affecting these creatures. These robots that would be a touch spell or a touch attack or things of that sort. So, but you can't change your mind halfway through, then jump in, and then it's not hokey pokey. You can't put your whole self in and then your whole self out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
But are we are allowed to cast spells?
Oh yeah.
Damage spells against the. So this is okay.
How many? So how are there? Is it going to be
Remember, you're here
one
to
bot, then another bot, then another bot?
Yeah, you've got 3 bouts.
Okay.
You've got 3 fights today. So
is it like if I don't want to get on the first bot, I can get in on the second bot, or
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
it once we start? Okay, all right,
Yeah.
but only per bot.
remember that your bot has to win. So if
Gotcha.
you put in a small walking robot that doesn't do anything, but the 7 people behind the line cast 8 fireball spells, the bot didn't win the match. The people behind the line won the match. So you're gonna have to be creative about spell usage. It can't be all like, nuke, 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 nuke. You know what I mean? But because the bot has to win. But yeah, just because you're not joining in this match doesn't mean you can't join in the next one.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Anybody starting the match inside the circle? Cool. The match begins. Heroes, go ahead and roll initiative for me. I'm going to roll for my bots. I got 2 different D20s lined up. This is going to be great. Okay.
Do we all roll initiative, or do we just take the first
everybody rolls initiative. 20 to 25.
I'm working on it. It's slow.
20 to 15.
That'll be a 17 for me.
And 16 for me.
All right. Noah. Martin.
Okay.
Beetle. Sheriff Carter bot. 15 to 10.
14 XO.
10 to 5.
6.
7. Rolled in that one. It's gonna be a good night.
Gotta have a good day.
Thank you, Chef Death. Wait, which bot?
Oh, thanks, bud. Oh, that's a good question.
For our bot or for Sheriff Carter's bot? I'm working on my evil laugh.
All right. The match begins as you see Felrin sort of nervously holding up the player's bot, to be specific. Thank you, Chef Aladeff. That's very sweet. The sheriff looks somewhat confused, does not have a remote control, but Felrin does, looking over sort of readouts and different computer screens. Felrin looks like he's about to go pod racing. He's got like 4 computer monitors set up, like he's got a remote control, and he kind of looks over the party and goes, "Thank you so much for the help. I really appreciate it. I guess just keep your fingers crossed." 3, 2, 1. The black box turns in on itself. The panels that are on the outside all of a sudden flip, boom, and you see the small siding of what appears to be like a little house. The roof kind of folds over in and of itself, and you see what appears to be like a little roof. And this looks to be just a simple house from suburbia. And 4 wheels kick up, boom, underneath the house. As the black box turns into what appears to be a functional, moving, remote-controlled dollhouse. But no one on the other side seems to be controlling it. As the fight begins. Noah, you're up first, bud.
Noah's going to hold his... he actually doesn't know what he's going to do at this point. He's going to hold actually telekinesis from his redstone, and if something needs to happen, he's going to unleash that.
What is your specific trigger for telekinesis? Are we dropping to the bottom of the initiative order permanently, or are we waiting for a specific trigger? That's how the held action works.
Yes, if the house comes and is in close contact and it's appearing that it's doing some damage, he's going to hold it to that point to push it away, kind of disrupt the attack that's going on.
Okay, perfect. Got it. That is Noah's held action. Martin.
I'm going to use Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to have Thunderstruck start to play.
Okay, just to pump the crowd up?
Yep.
Performance check, buddy.
Wow.
Yep.
You've been thunderstruck.
Yeah.
Hey, you need a performance, you said?
Yeah, buddy. You're the one playing Thunderstruck.
Well, he's using Thaumaturgy, the spell.
Yeah, let's see how good you
Okay.
know it, because you got to actually.
You're still the one
15,
manifesting
nope,
it.
15.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
pretty good. It's pretty good. I didn't know if it would just be like,
Yeah, you like thunder.
You've been thunderstruck!
It's like, who's singing that? Daffy Duck? What is that? Cool. Yeah, the crowd seems into it. You start to gather people around. It's the beetle's turn. The beetle skitters forward towards the house, and I think it's going to utilize its new flippy dip that it was given and try to get underneath the house and kind of flip it upward a little bit. It rolls a nat 1 on its first attack of the night. That's not great, bud.
No.
That's not great, bud. We need to be better than that. We're going to go ahead and change out your dice because they deserve better. It goes to flippy dip and it pulls up a huge chunk of grass and flips and
Almost flips himself.
almost flips himself over as Felrin's like, I'm just a little nervous, guys. I'm so sorry. And just gets a little like heated. As that happens, a blue cannon comes out of the middle of the ground as Jack goes, Sarah, go easy on them, please. And then you hear, yes, Mr. Carter, absolutely. As the blue cannon sort of comes out from one of the windows. The cannon seems to be trained on the crowd. On the other side of the field. It doesn't appear to be doing anything up close, but just appears to be trained on the crowd, circling through faces and things of that sort on the other side of the field. It does not appear to do anything to the other bot except for bring out two smaller cannons that come out through the front door. The front door opens, and you see these two little blaster holes come out and point at your beetle bot. And that is going to be it for Sarah's turn. The name of this little house is Sarah. So it's named after her mother. Little mini Sarah points these little cannons out of its being, and that is it for the two houses' turn. Exo.
For the very first time, Exo is going to test and flex the boundaries of the Haywire spell, which up until now she's been too frightened to try.
Okay. Tell me about Haywire. What are you doing?
So basically it wreaks havoc with electronic devices. It makes using them pretty much all but impossible. The range is 90 feet, and within the target area, 10 feet of everything in the area will become the center. It's subject to kind of random behavior based on a dice roll. So
Okay, now these bots are right up on each other.
Are they? Okay. All right.
Like,
I didn't realize that they had started that close to each other.
Well, they didn't start there, but the beetle tried to
Okay.
do the flippy dip on
Gotcha.
it by like bringing its nose kind of up and forward. Does that change your plan here?
It really does. Oh, Sarah's not gonna like me. Then I'll just mess with remote access and see if I can get in and play with Sarah a little.
Okay. What is the save on remote access?
Version 1. Hold on, let me look at the other document.
Have those
does not
spells
list one?
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Casting time, 1 action, range 120 feet,
You
verbal
can
and
use
somatic.
any electronic device within range as if it were in your hands. This is not a telekinesis effect. Rather, this spell allows you to simulate a device's mechanical functions electronically. You are able to access only functions that a person using the device manually would be able to access. You can use remote access with only one device at a time. What would you like to access, EXO?
We'd like to pull the cannons back in and seal their export
There,
ports.
there is one cannon from the window and 2 cannons out the front door. Which one would you like to utilize?
The one that's pointing at the crowd, I'm
Okay.
gonna pull that one in because
Oh.
that's really sketchy.
Okay, you cast, and as you do, you are able to tap into the electronic devices that are there. The held action is going to kick off the minute you do that. EXO, I actually need a save from you. As the
Alright.
cannon is pulled into that spot, the first individual that targeted little mini Sarah house gets this. I need a wisdom saving throw from you. It's not a high DC, it's just a DC of 15.
17.
Yep. You are not paralyzed as this blast of blue energy leaves the cannon before it is pulled inside the window. But the blue energy goes past the barrier and hits you. You feel your muscles tighten and lock up, but you have managed to avoid it doing anything to you.
Well, that's something. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
How big is this arena that they're in?
The arena is about a 50-foot circle.
Okay.
Cool. All right. You doing anything with your bonus action? Meredith.
No, I've got nothing.
Okay.
I looked.
All right. That's good. Let's keep it going. Zach, what are you doing, pal?
I think it's time to start disabling this bot a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a couple of pot shots at it with my crossbow.
Absolutely. From back in the distance, Felrin's nervous. He's sweating and things of that sort. He did not put as many bells and whistles into this thing. But Zach, yeah, give me a couple of attack rolls.
All right. First is a 15 to hit.
That's going to miss, unfortunately. That first shot goes just a little bit wide on that one.
Second is a
17
to
does hit, though. You notice one of those crossbow bolts kind of goes past the house. The other one sticks right into the roof of this thing, kind of glancing across the side and then lodging sort of upward into the roof at an angle.
Okay, we'll go ahead and add my sneak attack damage to that. So it's 9 plus another 6, so 15 points of damage on that first hit.
15 points of damage.
Bonus action, we're going to attack. That's a 24 to hit.
24 hits. Give me damage.
7.
Okay.
And then we're going to use my Dread Ambusher feat to do one more attack.
Let's see it.
Miss. 12.
Yeah, that 12 is going to miss. Those 2 attacks do land, though, as you see Zach carefully line up some shots and from off in the crowd. There's some odd looks as everybody's kind of more digitally focused rather than analog based. As Zach just kind of like, I throw sharpened wood sticks at it, and it is super effective. So that is Zach's turn. We go now to Father Patrick. What are you doing, Father Patrick?
He's gonna feel a little out of his element, and then he's just gonna walk over to Fowler and put a hand on his shoulder and cast guidance. I don't know if that's gonna do anything in this situation, but we're gonna try.
I love it. Next skill check the Felrin makes. This is the legendary action for Sarah. Sarah's going to take 2 shots at your bot. The first is definitely going to miss. It's not going to hit that 19 AC. The second one is going to hit with 22 as 2 blasts slam into your beetle bot for 15 points of lightning damage. Those 2 little blaster spots out the front door go poof, poof, as that happens. And you hear, nice! And he goes, Sheriff Carter from over in the back screams out, Sarah, beer me! And that is going to be the end of the legendary action. All right. We now go back to the top of the initiative order. Noah, the last words you heard was Sarah, beer me. And it is now your turn.
Yeah, Noah's in a position that's he can cast a spell, but not sure that he's ready to do that yet.
Sure.
He's actually going to hold his. He's just enthralled with the battle that's going on.
He's enthralled, man. I'm into it. I take DM inspiration, buddy. Live your character's truth. It doesn't always have to be attack. Martin, what are you doing?
I would like to cast blindness on Sarah.
Yeah, man. You where?
The whole thing.
just the whole big old thing. Okay. You Why you gotta get weird with me? I should have.
Because I like it. It's so much fun.
It is so much fun. Choose one creature that you can see within range to make a con save. I'm about this. You reach out to blind this creature. I'll even roll it here. She's pretty constituted. She's got a +4 to con. So we'll roll it. What's your spell save DC?
Shot. 16.
All right. Not with a nat 1. Not with a nat 1.
Yay!
So Sarah, for the most part, is blinded by this as the song cuts away, and everyone watches as all of the little tiny lights inside the house just kind of flick off, flick, 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 as it goes a little dark for the moment.
So Sarah counts as a creature. Does our bot?
It does.
Perfect.
So as a reminder, you get a chance to roll out of that at the end of at your turns. I didn't know how much you read.
Yeah, it can make a con save. Yeah, at the end of each of its turns. So
there you go.
All right, it is the Beetle's turn. Beetle's gonna come forward a little bit, and he is going to use his beefy arm. He's gonna make a strength check. The Trogdor Punch. That's a nat 20. Man, you are just sink or swim tonight, bud.
You're burninating all those villagers.
You burninating the villagers. Sarah's blind. I don't even need to go crit fishing. On a D8, he rolls an 8. So that is 20 points of bludgeoning damage with that 8 doubled as that Trogdor arm smashes down on the house, and there's no homeowner's insurance. So that arm comes down hard. Yeah, that is the Beetle's turn. It's Sarah's turn. She's not looking great. But Sarah does what Jack Carter asked and goes, he goes, beer me, and Sarah starts shooting out beer in this radius circle all around her, creating difficult terrain. And your bot is going to need to make a con save of its own. Okay.
Now, does Bless help with the con save?
It wasn't Bless, it was Guidance.
No, we had Bless from...
we did have Bless. One of my
Thing.
players roll a D4 then, because this could determine what happens.
Got you. Out of curiosity, is this
Excellent.
a con? Out of curiosity, is this a for con save against being drunk or con save against electricity being interfered with by water?
It is a con save against being robot drunk. Because it is a
Hot
billy game.
truck. Yay!
As that beer goes flowing out everywhere, except on the robot, except on Sheriff Carter's robot, Sarah, the beetle is able to sort of stay up on its spindly legs and not fall over somewhat tipsy. From what you can only say smells like nail polish remover and like turpentine, which is sort of spread out in an area around it.
Exo hasn't been robot drunk since college, so this is nostalgia
No, it was one
all
time.
over.
But they will also utilize their second action to bring out that other cannon that Exo sent away. At the end of its turn.
Does it move any specific way, or does it just come out?
It just comes out. Starts scanning the crowd.
With no eyes? That's even more sketchy.
You know
I'm
what?
so
It's
concerned
blind.
for
It's
these people.
blind. So it's looking at the crowd, and it is still very blind. And I just hate the fact that like you don't think that I can't look at people when I don't have my glasses on and just kind of enjoy the sensation of moving my face like this. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
how dare you? How dare you? That is Sarah's turn. Exo, it's your turn.
Oh, beans.
Zach, you're up next.
So, all right. I want to enable the Faraday cage that didn't block the lightning the first time that I apparently forgot to enable the first time for this entire action. And I don't know, like, if there's a switch or something, but now that there's lightning in play, I'm really concerned that I forgot to turn it on. And so that's what I will do, is try and find whatever turns it on.
This is the most lovely way to say, like, I really wanted my Faraday cage to make this thing indestructible to all lightning attacks and pulse attacks and electronic attacks.
Those are static. It's anything static. And I just didn't know if it's like magical lightning.
I don't know
if Exo would know that.
You would know that your cage soaked up a huge deal of damage that the DM sent at this thing, just not all of the damage. Almost as if your Faraday cage gave it resistance rather than invulnerability. Since we're playing fast and loose with creating things, I can't create a robot dog that eats force fields if my whole robot is based around a force field sort of situation. So your Faraday cage is charged. If you would
I don't have to do anything with that with it this round, so I can just Eldritch Blast the hell out of Sarah, right?
You could Eldritch Blast the hell out of Sarah.
Let's do it. Gonna hit a smart house with the... Nope, that's not the right dice.
That is a damage dice. You have to attack. 10 doesn't do it.
Certainly not.
How many Eldritch Blasts do you got?
It's a cantrip. Wait, what did you...
Yeah, but at higher levels, it ups.
Yeah.
Oh. That's what you meant.
Oh my God.
I thought you meant how many times did I have access to it.
So pretty.
I know.
You're so
I know. I know. Where is this stupid trait? Not stupid. Definitely gets me another attack, maybe. Huh. Oh no.
No.
Listen, you gave us 2 levels at the end of the last
I
game.
did.
So,
Yes, you get 2 bolts.
If you want to just roll
we'll
another attack roll.
Thank you. I had to make sure it wasn't like 9 or something crazy. That's a 20, 30.
It's
A drunken dream. Listen.
I know that.
Please.
I know that 2 levels ago I only had 1 Eldritch Blast, but after these 2 level ups, I have 9 Eldritch Blast.
Unlimited power.
It can be done.
Okay, the DM said you had to
do it right.
with it.
Scribe, let me have this, please. It's my fantasy.
gonna
You can tell me no later.
No, believe me. If you want to talk about Eldritch Blast, like fantasy.
1.
1 point.
1.
You do.
Can we please get 9 of those?
Man.
You know what? We're back in T-ball
No,
for the rest of this round game.
Exo, let me have this. Exo unleashes a Hadouken that travels across the field. The slowest Eldritch Blast you've ever seen. Just everyone takes a bit of a snack break and goes to the court as the house doesn't move and just slams into it and then singes the grass around the area. That is.
X is gonna raise water to the crowd and just.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Introducing.
That is Exo's turn. Zach.
That's fantastic. How rough is Sarah looking here? That we can tell.
Not very.
Sarah's a little beat up and blinded. That's never good.
We're gonna try and keep doing what works and shoot this thing, but I'm gonna go for incapacitating shots and not kill shots.
And actually,
I want to let Beetle.
While he's doing that, Exo, give me another attack roll. For the one you missed, since the thing is blinded, your attack roll should be at advantage anyway, because this thing is blinded. So for that one you missed, yeah, 19's going to hit, so
19?
roll damage for that one too.
Oh, come on. Come on. I thought it was a 1. It's a 7.
7. Okay. Zach, give me those incapacitating shots.
The advantage or no?
Oh, yeah. All of these are at advantage until she stops being blind.
1, 2.
That's exactly right, Chef.
That's a nat 20. So 18, nat 20, nat 20.
Jeez, pal.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, go ahead and give me damage, I guess.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but are those? You don't get to count a nat 20. You still have to roll a second die for your advantage, right? Or are those?
No, he
those
rolled
re-rolled
2
at
nat
advantage?
20s.
2 nat 20s. 2 separate nat 20s.
Oh, get out. Oh, wow.
That one's crit. So those 2 are the crit. There's the crit for sneak attack. And there's standard. So 30, 37, 40,
9.
49.
49 points of damage?
Incapacitating damage, so you half that, right?
Sure. Yeah, 49 points of incapacitating damage. Or
Sorry, minus 6. 43 points of
43
damage.
points of incapacitation damage. So I sat on the ground too long and my legs fell asleep, and now I've taken 43 points of incapacitation damage. Sarah's looking a little beat up as Zach manages to aim his shots at the small wheels underneath her, making her immobile for the time being. That is going to be Zach's turn. Father Patrick, we go to your turn, bud.
We're going to cast Shields of Faith on the beetle. That's what I got.
Well, it's already on there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know if we can have two conflicting...
No, you can't. Those don't stack. Well, I guess I'm just going to take a cue from Exo and Eldritch Blast then.
Okay, give me an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. It's a 20. Oh, these are advantage.
22.
So it's
25.
25 for the first one.
Yeah.
And the second one is going to be... whatever that is. The dice is on top of it. I cannot see.
How many are you doing here, Bubba? You had like a...
I got
Oh,
two.
that was
I
a
rolled
25.
the first one without advantage, and the
Okay.
second one, so a 22 and a 25 for the first one for 25.
Yeah.
And then
The first one will hit.
second
Give me
one is-
damage.
All right. 6.
Sarah explodes. There was
Right.
no talk of incapacitation damage from Father Patrick. So while Sarah is held in place, this is like watching someone put a cherry bomb in a small dollhouse. The dollhouse like explodes outward, and as that happens, Felrin quickly moves the controller forward so that in the rubble the beetle just goes doink, like pokes its nose at it, and like some of the rubble flips over, and everybody's like, "Well, it's a win," and the
Crowd goes wild.
claps their hands at everybody who has shot and Eldritch blasted and things of that sort. And as the field is being reset and the beetle's being pulled back for short rest, and Felrin's working on it, he goes, "Listen, I like where everybody's head is at and things of that sort. If we could not make it as blatant next time that everybody was just sort of like a few attacks is fine, but that was a lot. I don't know if you can like just get a little more creative for me, just so that I can walk out of this with a win. That would be huge. Just if we're in the notes portion, the notes taking and things of that sort. There's a bit of commotion across the field as your second opponent cannot be found. So they bump the third component to the second place spot as everybody's Sheriff Carter pulls out his phone and immediately jumps in his car. And as there's some sort of commotion going on as they cannot find Fargo for the second place. So
Do they need help?
As you say that, give me a persuasion check, Martin.
Oh, that would be so cool to go on that with him. Not good at persuasion. I'm so good at
Nat
persuasion.
20. Carter's like, yeah, okay, get in. Martin, you jump in the truck with Sheriff Carter as you
Big
go.
Mike's best day ever.
Yeah.
Not Martin's. Fine.
You jump in the car with Sheriff Carter. Instead, Henry is stepping up to be your second component. As you are watching the field being set and Felrin is setting up the field, Henry walks over. You see this guy sort of walk into the middle of the field. He's covered in like kind of grease stains and things of that sort. He's wearing a mechanic's jumpsuit and things of that sort. He walks over to the center of the field and puts down a model red truck. It looks like a kid might drive this thing around, but it doesn't look like a bot. It just looks like a red truck of sorts that he puts in the field in his mechanic's uniform. He tips his hat at the other group, at the rest of you, and just sort of smiles at you. And as he does, he holds up a finger and goes and clicks a button on the little like the boop boop that you might like lock your car or unlock your car. The truck then has like 8 arms that spring out from various parts from underneath the truck, each with different what appear to be small mechanical eyes on each of the 8 arms from underneath the undercarriage of the small red truck before the match even begins. Yeah. Yeah, Martin, you're like, forget about robots. I'm going with Sheriff Carter. Cool. We are going to use reverse initiative order for this fight. So we are going to start with Father Patrick and then go Father Patrick, Zach, Exo, and then we are going to use Henry's truck.
Now, Noah's thinking, hey, Father Patrick, has Noah seen Father Patrick do Magic Shield before or Shield of Faith before? I think he's seen it from him.
Probably. I'm pretty sure I've used it.
Noah's thinking of casting Magic Weapon on the beefy arm.
All right.
Is anybody joining in the field this round?
No.
Okay. Awesome. With that being said, we go to the top of the initiative order, which is Father Patrick.
All right. Now we're going to cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. You reach out.
That's what I got.
The Beatles AC does go from 17 to 19. Or no, it goes even further because I put it at a 19 before.
Yeah.
It's going to be at a 21. Oof and doof. Okay. Shield of Faith is up on the Beetle. Zach, what are you doing?
I mean, he said be more creative, but as creative as he can be, he's going to take a couple shots.
Yeah.
He's going for dismemberment.
Yeah, no, go for it. I'm into it.
So 1, 2. Oh, crappy. 3. Really crappy.
A crappy 3.
And Dread Ambusher, all crappy.
Bud, those are terrible.
That was the creative that you were doing.
Yeah,
That was the creative part.
feigned attacks.
Yeah, it was show. It's all showmanship. He did on purpose.
He's only
One was a nat 1. I don't know if you need me to do anything with that.
You mean like shoot yourself in the foot?
It's something like that.
Yikes.
Okay, no, yeah, man. I think as these fire off, just one kid in the crowd looks at you, Zach, and it's just like, boo, you suck. You know, like as all of the arrows kind of fly off to the side.
Know.
And you see one undead tear roll down Zach's face as that happens. Exo, what are you doing?
Okay, a couple questions first. Have we seen it roll or move on its wheels?
It is not. It has just kind of stood in place in its
When he
wheels.
set it down, did it look like it had motion in the chassis? Like, is it possible to move is the question.
Was there motion in the chassis? Yes, there's a little bit of motion in the chassis.
Cool. And then... Not going to ask you to repeat that. And the other question has left my brain. So I'm going to use... Oh, the other question was, did it look heavy as he walked it out out onto the field? Was it a
Uh,
hefty item or was it kind of light?
It didn't look super hefty.
Okie
But it's hard to judge how strong someone is. I'm not
That's
sure how to answer that.
that's that's all I need to know, that because that's all that she would be able to see. So that's all she'd be able to use
Sure.
as going forward. So X is going to cast Mage Hand, and the Blessing of the Gith augmentation allows it to be invisible. So she's going to slide it underneath the front end of the vehicle and just put fingers up underneath it so it can't roll.
Okay, stopping its movement in place and sort of just providing this like out. Perfect, absolutely. That is Exo's turn. Is that it?
That's everything.
Okay. Well, one of those little hands that's kind of moving around that has all these different sort of lights on it. It's going to come forward and look at the crowd and sort of flash one time. Exo, Father Patrick, Zach, and Noah, I need all of you to give me a Constitution. No, this is a Charisma save. Charisma save. Sorry.
Really?
Zach fail, Exo fail, Noah save.
Actually, that mine is. I just did a check, not a save, so mine should be a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. So Father Patrick saves. Zach and Exo, your short-term memory is affected by Henry's memory pulse, which is one of the inventions in episode 7 of season 2. And you are going to lose the next 6 seconds, so you lose the next round of combat. You are out of it for the next 6 seconds of combat, as your short-term memory is erased for just a brief second. You also lose any concentration spells that you may have up and running, as that the mage hand sort of dissipates for just a brief second. Yes, Exo?
How does that interfere with Keen Mind, which forces an accurate recall of anything seen or heard within the past month?
Who? Keen Mind's a feat?
Yes.
I don't think Keen Mind does anything that I know of that against spell. Like, this would be
Right.
equivalent to the modify memory. Like, Keen Mind would not do anything to provide assistance
So
in that.
It creates a blip rather than it interferes with memory.
It provides a blip. You basically just lose the next 6 seconds of your future, but this has nothing to do with your past. Keen Mind is about remembering intimate details of the past. You would, but the good news is you remember with crystal clear accuracy that you don't remember the next 6 seconds.
Oh, beans.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is their first action. For their second action, they are going to cast Fireball on themselves. So I need a dexterity save from the beetle. Let's roll this in the chat because that was bad, and I just want to make sure that I'm giving it a fair shake. 13. Okay, that'll make it. So it'll only take half damage here. So the beetle takes a little bit of fire damage as a fireball shoots out of one of those little robotic arms, and it seems like Henry's truck is built of sturdy stuff and doesn't take a bunch of fire damage, almost as if it was made for this sort of thing. But that is the two actions that the robot takes. The beetle itself is going to utilize its big beefy arm to slam down.
And it is a magical weapon now, so it gets +1 to attack and damage.
Let's see what it rolls. It rolls hot. So yeah, that's a 16 plus a strength, 18, 19 to hit. So it slams down that meaty fist, and you see the back end of this little toy truck just go boom, boom, flip up as it leaves a dent in the material of it. And then it's also going to scoot, Faraday. Yeah, it's gonna make 2 attacks, I think. It's effective. Okay. It does a little bit more damage. That beefy arm comes down twice, slamming into the back end of this thing, as it pummels the red truck a little bit. It doesn't do as much damage as the fireball did. But now we keep going in the order to Martin. Martin, you're in the car with Sheriff Carter. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you guys are looking for Fargo.
25.
With
My goodness.
with a little bit of
That's an
description.
18 plus 7.
With a little bit of descriptions, you are looking around the area, and Sheriff Carter's kind of driving around and things of that sort. You do spot a small humanoid male, off to the side. You know what I mean? That's kind of running. Off to the side, running with glasses and things of that sort. You kind of spot him sort of running in the woods from a figure.
All right.
As you,
So I'll ask him for a description of the guy.
yeah, Sheriff Carter describes who it is. You know, and
Does he look like that?
it swings the truck around in a wide arc, and you guys go off the road a little bit into the woods as Fargo is being chased by what appears to be this large black drone with a pointed nose and these blue eyes that just kind of like go like this, that are kind of constantly scanning in the direction that's there. So, okay.
You hit me with all the feels.
I'm happy. Noah.
Does Noah recognize that he had been attacked by that ray that had gone on, even though he saved it from it?
Yeah. Noah.
Does he recognize that as an attack?
He recognizes that Exo and Zach go a little slack-jawed and things of that sort. Yeah.
Okay, he's not too pleased with that because he was having fun just watching. But if you're going to do this personal attack, then he's casting Shatter about 8 feet beyond the truck, just so that it encompasses the truck. It doesn't encompass
What is
the
the
beetle.
range
That's
on
his plan.
Shatter? Because if it's a 50-foot circle and you're going to cast it so many yards beyond the truck, I'm just wondering
It's
if
a
it's
60-foot range.
Okay. What
And
is the
it's
radius?
The radius is 10 feet.
Okay, so you're not going to hit the crowd or anything. You're just going to hit the truck itself.
No, it's going to be inside. It'll still be inside the arena, but I want to do it if there's a possibility in a way that it's not going to hit the beetle as well as the truck.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
It's a Constitution saving throw, but if the creature is made of inorganic material, they do it at disadvantage.
Yeah. Let me make this save.
And the save is 13. Half damage with the save.
Okay. Not with a 5. Man, I am feast or famine tonight. I am nat 20s and 19s or like...
That's okay. I just rolled some of the crappy
thank
rolls
you.
I could have.
Thank you for accommodating me. That's perfect.
8 points of damage, but it's coming down with a high-pitched squeal.
Yeah. All right. That a little bit of shaking of the ground and things of that sort. The robot takes a little bit of damage, but it's still made of pretty sturdy stuff at this point. We go back to the top of the initiative order with Father Patrick. You notice that Exo and Zach are a little out of commission. They're going to be out of commission this particular round, and the same attack that you were able to kind of shrug off.
I'm going to take the dodge action because he said don't attack, and I've got no idea what else to do.
You in true Floridian fashion, you hunker down. Exo and Zach, you get your wits about you and you get your wherewithal and things of that sort. As we go past you, back to the truck. The truck will all of a sudden, all 4 of those hands on the right-hand side will sort of reach up and around and create a dome around him and the other vehicle. The dome will be that of what appears to be fog that's pouring out of the 4 arms, and the other 4 arms are providing this strong wind, this almost this warding wind of sorts that's containing the fog that's pouring out of the other four arms into an enclosed area around the two vehicles. Basically, sort of sectioning them off in a 30-foot cube. You all see fog in that area. It is heavily obscured. There is another sound from inside, which you have no idea what is happening. The beetle does something as well in response. Tries to hit this other truck, but you don't see what's happening inside the cube. Okay. As there is a fight going on within the smoke and cloud. Martin.
Question.
Yeah.
Out of character. They put the spinning armor on the, like it's a rotating armor. It's got the ball bearing thing, the spinning.
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking. Asking for a friend.
It's a good idea. I'm into it. If you were here at the fight, this would be really useful.
So that's why I just said asking for a friend. Asking for a friend.
No. This would be a good suggestion to make to Felrin. Felrin is freaking out because Felrin can't see inside of it, so has no idea what's going on. It's just going off of the sensors. Yeah, Felrin will squeak out that the beetle has taken a little bit of damage. Whatever is inside of this cloud and whatever is happening inside of this small cloud inside, the beetle has taken damage. Martin, you're in the truck with Sheriff Carter as he kind of pulls over to the side and he's like, Fargo, what? And Fargo goes, okay, hear me out. I was really excited about using something brand new for this particular match, and so I modified the drone just a little bit with a little bit of what was left over from the artifact. Something went wrong, and now the artifact is looking for a new host. And Carter picks up his phone and immediately starts calling Joe. I will say this. Fargo and Sheriff Carter are so engrossed in this conversation that, Martin, you look straight up into this thing that's sort of in the trees, this drone, that's sort of looking down at Sheriff Carter and Fargo and you, and that blue shifting eye just turns red as the two of them are having this conversation.
I'll immediately wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Just looking for any response.
Is that all you're saying?
Yeah, that's it.
Animal handling check, please, on the drone.
Oh, Lord. 7.
Okay. I'll say this. I also need a dexterity save from you.
Okay. Five.
Perfect. Even better for me. Big Mike, you're a fan of Eureka. I'm going to make you a part of one of my favorite moments that happens in almost every episode of Eureka. As you see those eyes track on you, they track on Carter. You manage to tackle Sheriff Carter and Fargo to the ground as Sheriff Carter's car explodes, which happens in about every episode of that television show. As Martin, the three of you are just sort of looking up. If you can dodge a drone, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a ball.
So, as you
not dodge lunches.
Yeah, tackle the three of them to the ground. And Noah, we go to your turn, buddy.
Okay, help me out with this sphere thing. Is it enclosed, or
no?
Is it open on the side?
It looks to be as if this thing is made of smoke. Like it's just being held in place by these air currents.
Noah's going to go for a gust of wind, cast Gust of Wind, which will...
What is the range on Gust of Wind?
60 feet long, 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Blast from you in any direction I choose. And each creature that starts its turn there must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away.
All right.
It's a 13 is the save.
I'm making strength saves for both of those things that are wrapped up in that cloud.
But the gust disperses gas or vapor and it extinguishes extinguishing candles, torches, yada yada yada.
You blow the wind out of the way, and as that happens, the wind is strong enough to flip the beetle and to flip the truck onto their back. So both are knocked prone upside down. Okay? But the gas has also been dispersed. Okay? So that is your action. You're doing anything with your bonus action?
No, but how do we work concentration spells here? Because both the magic weapon and this is a concentration.
The magic weapon fades.
Okay, so the magic weapon's going to be gone.
Is gone.
I'll hold on to the Gust of Wind for the next minute. I'm going to keep it on there and see what kind of fun we can have in the wind.
These things are flipped. Father Patrick.
All you are is dust in the wind. Sorry.
We came all the way back around? Jesus. I'm just going to take the dodge action again. I've got nothing. I've got nothing to do. So many concentration spells. So many of them.
I know, Bubba. That's about to change here in a second. Zach, you're back to your own faculties. Your short-term memory has reaffixed itself. You just now see the two things on their back as Noah's like, ah! Like yelling and screaming as he's sending wind out of his fingertips as these two things are on their back, just being like, sad turtle, like both of them trying to get back up to a moving.
I would like to use the help action on our bot controller to try to give him advantage on getting our bot back up and running as quickly as possible. Zach's played a lot of video games, and so he knows up, down, left, right, BA, start. That should do the trick.
By the way, this Gust of Wind is pushing these guys as well. They push 15 feet every time that they're in there. So
okay. So Zach, you don't know what's going on. You grab Felrin's controller and you type in the Konami code?
Yes.
I don't know what to do with this. What am I supposed to do with this?
Enjoy it.
I want to reward this so bad because I knew this code growing up. I have a hat that has this written in the brim of the hat. Like, it's great, but I can't give, 100? Did you even think about what this would do to me out of this thing? Like, as a person?
I was hoping for an extra 8 lives via Contra or something.
No, I know. A part of me wants to reward you for this. Another part of me wants to shut this robot down. Like, you've just stupidly typed in the execution code. So I'll tell you what.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give you a D100.
Oh,
you
no.
did. You broke me. I'm gonna give you a D100. I will say on a 50 and up. For somehow, some way, typing in this code gives this thing up on its feet and it sends a pulse wave out at this thing. Like, you do the mega move on this thing. It's like a kid's button smashing, and it's just like, did I break it? No, you just did the ultimate move. Like, you did that. But I will say this, a 49 or below, you shut your robot down.
No.
Zach's like, you can trust me. I've played video games. And comes out and it just types in and Feldman's like, what are you doing? And hits enter. And your robot just goes, stops going. And they call the match. They just call, like, the referee is watching. And it's just like, and the winner is, and Felrin's just looking up at you with this look of like, are you for real right now? Did you just, what? As they go, Henry Deacon, the winner of this year's Inventors Expo. As he comes over into the truck and he goes, wow, well, it was a great race. And that's when all hell breaks loose. As 3 individuals come running into the clearing, Sheriff Carter, who is holding a small, skinny man who wears glasses like a baby, just in his arms running, and next to Martin, who's running into this. Behind them is the largest drone you've ever seen in your life. Heroes, there is no more robot battle. This is a battle for the people of Eureka, which is how most of these episodes go. It is now you versus this drone, which has been touched by an ancient artifact of sorts and has corrupted the hardwiring. As heroes, I need you to roll initiative, and now it's a no holds barred, all concentration spells, all spells are open, like unleash holy heck. It is you versus one souped up mega drone at this point. Okay.
Ouch.
Souped up Megadrone, title of my autobiography.
20 to 25. 15 to 10.
13.
yeah.
15.
Did you skip a section?
20 to 15. Sorry.
15.
Cool. Father Patrick's going first.
Yikes.
And then 15 to 10. Sorry.
13 EXO.
12 Zach.
So, Zach. Uh, 10 to 5.
5 for Noah.
A 5 as well, but you rolled a 4 on your dice, so I rolled a 3. You can go first.
Okay.
All right, Father Patrick, you're up. Weird-looking drone flies in the air. It's hovering in front of the group. It's about 10 feet up in the air. Its eyes have changed red, which usually signifies in movies and things of that sort that it is evil. So you don't have to worry about, like, I wonder if it's good or not. But the drone starts targeting individuals in the crowd and taking pot shots at it. You see that that it's right now just sleek and black. It's hard to determine if there's any weak points on it, as this thing is just sort of floating in the air in front of all of you.
Cool. We're going to close with the sword.
Okay.
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make 2 attacks with the sword.
Now, how high up is this in the air?
10 feet.
So
Can
I can
you
still hit
reach
it,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna hit it with like the tip. Like he's gonna be like,
Just the tip, though.
yeah, just the tip.
Maybe not. That first
No.
one and the second one, they were both
No.
2s, so 5.
No. Father Patrick looks like he's at a kid's birthday party and he's trying to hit the pinata as the drone just kind of goes up just a little bit every time he swings, and things of that sort. So, cool. Exo.
Is it hovering stationary?
Yes. It's not held in place. Like it's got engines and things of that sort. So it's not.
But like in this
yes.
next 6 seconds, it's sticking around in the same spot.
It's sticking around in the same spot.
All right, then we're gonna now we're gonna mess with Haywire.
Okay, I'm into this.
Okay, it's a dex save of 14.
Dex save of 14. I'll roll it in the chat. She is very dexterous. It's her highest stat. So she's
Yikes.
got a +6 to these dex saves. 25 to that.
Nope,
Not for that. With
that
a
ain't it.
with a
sister.
19 on the die. No, that Haywire. You aim it at the center of this thing, and the drone just kind of shifts over off to the side, moving unnaturally fast, seemingly avoiding any attack against it.
In that case, are there any shadowy areas in the kind of play field area, or just basically within, let's say, I don't know, 30 to 60 feet of where the drone is?
Are there any shadowy areas within 30 or 60 feet?
But, basically, are there any places that have been that are shadowed because of either something covering
Yeah, absolutely.
something.
There's a large tree that's creating a bit of a shadow about 30 feet away from the drone.
Okie dokie. Then Exo's going to run. Is that a thing Exo does? No, it's not. She's gonna jog briskly
Okay.
towards the shadowy area.
Okay. You jog. It's super brisk. You move
That's
30
brisk, baby.
you move 30 feet away from the group. Okay.
Yep.
Exo moves away from everybody. Super drone. Noah, Zach, Martin, Father Patrick, you are all still in play here. As some blasts are going to come from this individual. The drone itself, those eyes sort of heat up for a second. And you see it doing the sort of its take on Scorching Ray. So, Noah, that's a 14 to hit you, bud?
14 does not hit.
Okay. Zach, 21 to hit you.
That will hit.
Martin, 20 to hit you.
Meets.
Father Patrick, 25 to hit you.
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's gonna get you. Zach, you take 5 points of damage, fire damage. Martin, you take 8 points of fire damage. Father Patrick, you take 8 points of fire damage. As those multiple scorching ray shots go firing out. The one at Noah just kind of misses a little bit, and it does not aim one at Exo. That is its turn. It's going to keep sort of scanning the crowd a little bit. As individuals are starting to run away, you see it gathering up more scorching rays to sort of fire off into the crowd itself. That is now Zach's turn.
Awesome. Are any of us within 5 feet of
Nope.
the drone, or is it too high?
It's 10 feet in the air. Nobody's within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
Not yet, unless anybody wants to get weird.
Cool. We'll go ahead and back up a little bit and take a couple of shots with the crossbow.
Am I not within 5 feet of it?
You know what? No, Father Patrick is. Father Patrick got right up underneath
I'm
it.
right underneath it,
Yeah,
like an idiot.
Father
so.
Patrick got right up underneath it like an idiot, and yeah.
Ooh, nice hit.
And then one more for Dread Ambusher. Jeez. 27, 16, 12, and 11.
20, 16, 12, and 11. The 16, the 12, and 11 miss. The 20 hits.
Okay. Sneak attack. Oh, 13 points of damage to that.
13 points of damage.
You rolled a 1 for sneak attack damage?
I know.
He only gets a D6.
Oh.
He's just a baby. It's just a
Just baby rogue.
Just a baby.
Just a baby. You only did 1 damage though. Just a baby. All right, that's Zach's turn. Noah, what are you doing, bud?
Noah is casting Thunderous Smite
Okay.
and charging this thing with his weapon and is taking a couple swings at it.
You're tall enough that I think you would be fine to do this. It's gonna get a little weirder if it gets any higher than this.
Yeah.
But putting it at 10 feet, I can see both you and Father Patrick on your tippy tips, just trying to hit this thing out of the sky. Okay, man, give me an attack roll.
And first attack. Oh, where's my attacks? Boom. 18 plus. That's going to be 25 to hit.
You are rolling.
Second attack. Ouch. Second attack's only a 9.
I take it back, but the first one hits.
Yeah. And so damage is 9 points of damage plus the Thunderous Smite. An additional 7, so that's going to be 16 altogether. But needs to make a strength saving throw at this point.
Don't you?
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Magnoth. What do you want? This is
What were
a
you saying?
collaborative thing.
No, he rolled the damage for the maul, said 13, not 9. So to hit was 9.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's 13 for the damage and then 7. So it's 20 points of damage altogether. Thank you very much.
All right. Strength saving throw, 19.
And so that saves. So it's not pushed 10 feet away and
Okay.
knocked prone.
Okay. That would have been a bad day for the drone. Yes.
Yes, it would have been.
Okay. It takes 20 points of damage. Noah, you have its attention. It's going to use a legendary action at this point to send a blue net of electricity out towards you, my dude. You
Good.
see-
I'm using my legendary action. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
To take the hit.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
You activated my trap card.
Ah, I see you've activated my trap card.
That's going to be a 13 on my dex save.
All right, that's a failure, buddy. You're going to take full damage on this one. And let's see. Ooh, Fadoof. Noah, you take 17 points of lightning damage here. As this blue net of electricity sort of wraps around you for a second and just sends shockwaves up your body, as it didn't like what you did to it, buddy. It felt like you guys were just starting to build your relationship. First legendary action down, Martin.
So it's taken some pretty good hits, right? This drone.
It's
Zach hit it once. Exo missed. Father Patrick missed.
missed.
Noah got it.
Yeah. Is it like would you say there's like any chinks in its armor now, or like
Not at 20 points of damage.
Okay, so it's no like cracks in the seams or
No. Is that what you're looking
Gotcha.
for?
not necessarily. I was just asking.
I would say give me an investigation check as your bonus action if you want to look for any sort of structural
Okay,
failures.
sure. Not that I'm not good at it, but you know what? I'll take it. 10.
Nope, this thing is solid as a rock.
Okay, so how about it's kind of like a container, right? It's containing all the electronics, right?
Yeah.
Like this drone body contains all of
Maybe
its
you should-
electronics.
maybe
I
should
don't
say
want to
what you
say
want to
I don't want to
do.
say yes or no until I know what you're trying to say here.
Right,
What you're
so,
trying to
I
do
mean,
here.
I'm
Like
trying to
technically a body, a human body
contain-
is a container
it's-
of electronic
right.
components.
I'm trying to say, like, if I wanted to fill the container.
Oh.
Fill the drone.
Yeah, like just, fill the container, drone, container, whatever.
With like water, create water inside it, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, create or destroy water. I mean, you never know. I might
What
want
do
to
you-
create some, or I
what-
might want to destroy it. I don't know.
Martin, just tell me what you're casting.
I wanted to create or destroy water. I don't want to fill it with water.
He's looking to short out the insides with his spell with the water on the inside of it. Which I think is a masterful idea.
Okay, so now here's the hard part. Here's where you get the chance to say, like, oh, this is
You
not
create
gonna
up
work.
to 10 gallons of clean water
Right.
within
It's a
range in an
touch.
open container.
There's. the
It's
thing.
not
I
a
gotta be able to
closed
think.
container. It's an
Right.
open container.
Right. So I mean, it has ports.
You shut your mouth. No, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work.
It's got a jet. Like, it has the jet ports.
You know what?
I mean, it has to get oxygen into
Martin,
there.
I will let you do this.
But okay, here's the
Hang
caveat.
Hang on. No, I will tell you the caveat as the
well,
DM.
It was for you. It wasn't for me. It was for you.
No. This is strictly for you. Stop.
Okay.
Stop kidding a kidder right now. You can do this, but it will not be next session. It will not be any session down the line that you will remember. But at some point, I'm going to have a druid mess Martin's world up because technically he's got a mouth, so he is a container. If a port is an opening, then so is a mouth and a butt.
Right. I
So
agree.
I am going to create water
I
inside of
agree.
Martin, and that is how he goes out.
I agree that is an option. Also, destroying water is the same effect, except for worse.
What are you doing here, Martin?
Okay, so my thing, I was going to tell you, it's a touch. Like, I got to touch it in order to do it.
Great.
Okay, so this...
How tall is Martin?
Right, exactly. That's my point. he's not like he's 10 feet tall. So that's what I was trying to say. It's a touch spell. It's not like a range spell. It's a touch spell. Oh shoot! No, I'm wrong.
It's a ranged
It's a 30
attack.
foot. It's a 30-foot range.
All right.
Your wounds is the one I was looking at. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to create water in the thing. 10 gallons of water.
Martin outstretches his hand, channeling the Avalon, the gods of Avalon, and creates 10 gallons of water in my super drone, because there is a port, and I am being very kind with the wording of this spell.
Oh, no, listen, 100%.
As it
100%.
fills up and explodes outward. The town is in a little bit of shock as this creature just sort of explodes outward as Martin just fills the entirety of the drone with water as it explodes outward, and in quick succession, Felrin, working with the other individuals, you have saved the town. You have saved the town of Eureka, and Felrin, working alongside Henry Deacon, utilizes the teleportation technology found in Henry Deacon's garage and sends you all up to the moon as quickly as you possibly can get there. As long as you swear never ever to come back and be anywhere near the electronics that are in Eureka. You are sent to that same desolate hallway where your journey once started, knowing that to the left is a door that leads you inside to a waiting jail cell for Father Patrick. Father Patrick, Martin, Zach, Exo, and Noah, what would you like to do?
Just like home.
Yeah, and I gotta put you in here, guy. It's Medusa's command.
No, I'm aware. I'm going to go freely. You don't have to put me anywhere.
Okay, so can we do that after because somebody's got my dad right now.
Yeah, let's get the chalice to your dad first. I'm worried about your dad as well.
So can you help me out with my dad, and then we'll go put you in here. I don't know how long we have to keep you in here. I just have to make sure you go in here.
Do we know who has him? Do you know? Can you
Yeah,
tell
he
us
sounds
anything
like this. He sounds like this. Hey, I got your dad, and we're gonna hurt him, and I'm gonna smack him around until you get up here. That's all I know about him, man.
You feel like no, wait. As he says this, you feel like he's probably more nuanced than that. Like that there was some like some thoughts behind it. Like I feel like yeah. Okay, but I continue.
So I think first thing that we're gonna do is peek in the cell here. Is there anybody in the cell? Is the cell closed? Is there a peephole?
There is a huge difference to me than we are having a conversation in the hallway, and I'm opening the door to where the cell was. Are you opening the door to where the cell was?
Well, before going anywhere, we're probably having the conversation first.
I know, and this is why I gave you this. But like I said, I want you to know there is a big difference between us having a conversation in the hallway right now and anybody poking their head inside this room.
Okay. I'm having conversation at the beginning.
Okay.
And so if there's things that are taking place, my next step will be heading over to the door. right now it's just conversation. I don't know what else other people are doing.
Just
Anybody
said
else
that
got
we need.
anything to say?
Yeah, no, just what we've already said.
Okay.
Then I do believe we're going in that door.
Yeah, we're heading in.
Who opens the door?
I will.
If he gets there before Noah.
Yeah.
You step in. As you step in, the sound of about 30 rifles clicking into place go off. This is the scene in Fifth Element, Father Patrick, where they walk into the room and all of the guns sort of point towards the door. You see Noah's father. The disguise that he was wearing to imitate your person is gone. He does not look too beat up, but he does look somewhat bloodied and a tad exhausted. He's being held by a larger looking individual, green skinned in color, that you would recognize as one of the rougher jailers that you spent a little bit of time with. Probably one of the ones that enjoyed doing his job. As you come into the space, he clicks a little bit, and as he clicks, the other giths in the room click back in response, putting down their tech weapons as he takes a step forward. You would recognize him as Jailer Rozon. And Rozon takes a step forward, goes, Patrick.
Rozon. It's good to see you again.
You are like a rat, constantly burrowing deeper and deeper.
I sounded just like this guy when I was explaining it. I'm just kidding. I'm shutting up now. Sorry.
I assume you have it.
Of course I have it. Can't let me pop out for a snack and not go get it.
He holds out a hand.
I take it and go for a hug.
Do you really?
No. I think about it real hard. But I will produce... I'll reach my hand back because I think... I don't think I have the chalice. I think...
Noah hasn't let go
Noah's
of this
got it.
chalice, basically.
Yeah.
Does Noah catch the nuance of what's going on here to be able to... He plops the chalice into his hand.
There we go.
You have more lives than a cat.
Oh, you're not wrong. I actually died last night, in fact.
Did you?
I
X is
did.
in the background just nodding, not saying anything, just like...
It's very traumatic for these poor folk.
And then the bartender threw him off the roof. It was actually kind of amazing what happened. He landed in the middle of this crowd, and he got hit by lightning and jumped up, and they started throwing money at him. I didn't know what was going on, but it was pretty cool. I meant to tell you that earlier. That was a cool trick.
Oh, thank you.
The cell, Patrick.
Well, if you would get out of the way, I'd see myself home, no problem.
He clicks a couple of times, and the other gith in the room make their way out of the door. He's still holding the cup and looking at it as he turns to your father, Noah, and says, "You were right. I was wrong." He turns and looks at the rest of the party as everyone backs out of the room, leaving the cell open, and he goes and sort of opens the door as if he was opening the door to a fancy restaurant for Father Patrick. And turns to Martin and Exo and Zach and Noah and says, "I'm not sure how you found it, but the Gith Zerai and the Gith Yankee owe you a debt of gratitude. You have been given special dispensation to pull items from our warehouse. Utilize these." And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out 4 markers. 4 golden would appear to be coins. And he hands one to each of you that you may utilize for a rare magic item of your choice. from the Gith Zerai and the Gith Yankee stocks. As he hands them in, he kind of looks over at Father Patrick and gestures you into your cell.
I'll see you in 3 years. Zero Stone. He just steps in.
As he closes the door, he goes, "Had you not returned, I would have dedicated my life to hunting you down. I would not have slept. You would have become a debt of honor for me to bring back dead."
Good to know. But here I am, so I'm not sure what you're going to do with your life now. It's really unfortunate.
For your service to the Gith Zerai and the Gith Yankee, I offer you a fully completed term of service. And as he closes the door to your cell, he unlocks the door to your cell, going through the formality of I got him back in. I'm opening it back up. And just sort of gesturing outward for you to step out.
Yep. I'll take a couple steps.
Apparently neither of the warring factions want your hassle.
Of course not. I'm much more trouble than I'm worth. Have you not picked up on that yet?
He sighs. He goes, "Visit the storehouses. You're going to need them." I apologize. I had no idea things were so bad planet-side.
Great.
Your city can rebuild. And he nods at all of you and walks out of the room.
Does Noah feel a lightning of the card burn that he has on his chest?
Yes, he does. That favor has been repaid, and Noah, your father, who is just sort of exhausted, he says, "I had all the confidence in the world," and just sort of gives you like a hug and things of that sort, and he's hobbling a bit, but you notice he doesn't have any leg injuries. It's just one of those, "Oh gosh, oh I've been hurt," but there's no real why are you hobbling? You broke your arm. It's like, "No, I don't know.
Noah will actually channel in any healing that he can with his he's got, I think it's 25 points to him.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I can't even think what the sound is. So whatever it requires to bring him to full strength.
You bring him to full strength, and he goes, You're all okay? No one here is hurt? I'm less worried about me, and I didn't know if you all were in the city."
The city up here? No, we were having robot fights and stuff, and there was this drone, and its eyes were red, like in the TV show, almost like Cyclops, man. And those red eyes started coming down, and there was fire and stuff. And then the next thing I know, the gnome pushed a button, and we were just here.
None of you know the city of New Orleans, that it's been overrun.
What?
What?
An hour ago, the city lost power. It's on all the news cycles. He pulls out his phone and he shows it up. And sure enough, as he shows the phone up, he takes the phone and just sort of snaps it a bit and throws it on the wall. And as it does, that picture lights up on the screen and splits off into two other newscasts, and then 3 or 4 other newscasts, and all you're seeing is the city of New Orleans has gone dark. And then images start flashing into it as, Zach, you start to recognize creatures from the Underdark walking the city streets. Someone else has posted on Facebook imagery of what appears to be a loup garou running through a storefront, tearing into people. The Coast Guard, the United States military, has cordoned off the entire city of New Orleans as all all hell has broken loose in the city proper. All citizens that can hear this message and are watching the newscast are being told to head to the nearest place of refuge, the only place safe in the entirety of the city. They have medical supplies, they have food, they have drink. Everyone is being asked to report to the Foundation. The bastion of safety, the bastion of civility during whatever is happening, and what people are equating to like a chemical outbreak or something that's driving the citizens into a fear. Like even now, you're seeing EXO, the weird power flickers and things of that sort, as power is barely connecting to the city, as the veil in full force and full effect is completely and utterly dropped from the city of New Orleans, and the world is watching.
If EXO fires off a text to Al, A, would it get there? And B, if she said, did you break an arm? Did your arm fall off? Are you disabled? Are you okay?
You send a text message to Al, and it takes longer for the text message to come back. For the first time since you've ever communicated with Al, you get the 3 dots as if somebody's typing something instead of the immediate response. And the GIF that comes back is from the movie WALL-E, as their power battery is draining. And like at that last bar, like right before he shuts off, like completely.
I'll just send back, we're coming. I don't know. I got full body chills. I don't know about y'all.
Looking at what we're looking at, is there anything that indicates that we may have been the cause of what's going on right now through like the removal of the cup?
Nothing indicates that you are the cause of this, but after a few minutes, John, CEO of the Foundation, walks onto the camera, into this live feed that is broadcast on all of the major stations. And he says, I'm not sure what's happening to my beautiful city, but I do know that we are not going anywhere, that we will continue to be the foundation that this city needs. Our leaders have abandoned us. Our people have abandoned us. But I will not abandon us. I will be the savior that you need. We have food. We have water. Come to the Foundation. We will give you what you need to fight back. And as he says to fight back, you see 3 or 4 individuals lining up behind him, each of them wearing the suits that you've seen them wear at the Foundation, just flanking his side as the camera cuts to black. That is where we are ending tonight's adventure. Apocalypse has come to New Orleans. Heroes, when we kick up again next week, you're going to be smack dab in the middle of it. 1 item from the Gift Zerai and the Gift Yankee vaults at your disposal that you can use. 1 rare item. If somebody's feeling frosty and you don't want to use that rare item, you can combine 2 tokens to get a very rare. I'm fine with that. But I think each of you has probably a rare item that you've been eyeing and looking at along the way. So we'll catch you all next time. Indigo Connect. And we'll catch you next time on the Unbroken Veil. Heart hands out, kids. Welcome to Apocalyptica. It's gonna be a hoot and a half. See you next time.
I thought you said Mardi Gras. Now everything's falling apart.
We said Marty gone.
Marty gone. Marty's dead. All right. Goodbye.